Karen Trampled widow's medal got 3 months in jail for disrespect. The sun blazed over Maplewood's town square, where the annual Memorial Day ceremony had just ended. The air was thick with the scent of lilacs and the weight of unspoken grief. Sarah Thompson, a frail 78-year-old widow, stood by the war memorial, her trembling hands clutching a tarnished medal, her late husband's Silver Star, awarded for his sacrifice in Vietnam. It was her ritual to polish it every year, a quiet act of love. Today, though, the square buzzed with tension, and Sarah's eyes were fixed on Karen Mitchell, the town's self-appointed moral arbiter. Karen, 52, with her neatly pressed blouse and sharp tongue, had always been a polarizing figure. She ran the local HOA with an iron fist, her social media posts preaching community standards while alienating half the town. Sarah, on the other hand, was a quiet legend. Her husband's heroism was Maplewood's pride, and her grace in widowhood had earned her unspoken reverence. But Karen saw Sarah's private memorial as a disruption to the town's orderly event. "This isn't your personal stage, Sarah," Karen had snapped earlier, her voice loud enough to draw stares. "That medal's just a prop for attention." The crowd parted as Sarah stepped forward, her voice low but piercing. "This medal is my husband's blood. You don't get to judge it." Her words hung like a challenge, and Karen's face flushed with indignation. The square fell silent, save for the rustle of leaves. Jake, a 25-year-old barista who'd lost his father to war, watched from the sidelines, his heart pounding. He'd always admired Sarah's quiet strength, but Karen's influence over his mother's HOA dues kept him silent until now. Karen's eyes narrowed. "Respect? You're the one disrespecting our event with your little show." She stepped closer, her heel catching the edge of the medal, which Sarah had set on the memorial's base. Whether intentional or not, Karen's foot ground the medal into the dirt, the metal glinting dully under her sole. A gasp rippled through the crowd. Sarah's face crumpled, her knees buckling as she reached for the desecrated keepsake. "You monster," she whispered, tears streaming. Jake couldn't stay silent anymore. He surged forward, shoving Karen back with a force that surprised even himself. "You don't touch that medal," he shouted, his voice cracking with rage. Karen stumbled, her face a mask of shock and fury. "You'll regret that, boy," she hissed, dusting herself off as onlookers pulled out phones, recording the chaos. The tension was electric, a powder keg ready to explode. Enter Maria, a newcomer to Maplewood, who'd been quietly filming from the edge of the crowd. A freelance journalist with a knack for uncovering hidden truths, she'd moved to town to escape her own pasta scandal that cost her a job at a major paper. Maria saw more than just a fight. She saw a story. "This isn't just about a medal," she muttered, zooming in on Karen's unapologetic sneer and Sarah's trembling hands. Maria's footage would later reveal a twist no one saw coming. Karen had been secretly lobbying to remove the war memorial for a new community center, a plan that would erase Sarah's sacred space. As the confrontation escalated, Karen doubled down, shouting about entitled old women and outdated traditions. Sarah, now supported by Jake, clutched the dirt-streaked medal to her chest, her voice rising. "You think this is about pride? This is about love you'll never understand." The crowd was divided. Some cheered Sarah's defiance. Others nodded at Karen's call for progress. Jake, caught in the middle, felt the weight of his own loss. His father's dog tags, hidden under his shirt, seemed to burn against his skin. Maria's camera caught it all. The raw pain, the clashing ideals, the town fracturing before her lens. She stepped forward, her voice calm but firm. "Karen, I have proof you've been pushing to tear down this memorial. Care to explain?" The crowd turned, stunned. Karen's face paled, her authority crumbling as Maria held up her phone, showing emails she'd uncovered through a public records request. The revelation hit like a thunderbolt. Karen's disrespect wasn't just personal. It was a calculated betrayal of the town's history. Karen tried to deflect, but the damage was done. The crowd's murmurs turned to shouts. "Shame on you," an elderly veteran yelled. Sarah, still clutching the medal, looked at Karen with pity, not anger. "You've lost more than I have today," she said softly. The police arrived, called by a bystander, and Karen's refusal to apologize coupled with Maria's footage led to her arrest for public disturbance and disrespecting a military honor. The judge, a veteran himself, sentenced her to 3 months in jail, a ruling that sparked heated debates across Maplewood. In the days that followed, Sarah polished the metal, her hands steadier now. Jake, inspired by her resilience, began volunteering at the Veterans Center, finding purpose in his grief. Maria's story went viral, exposing not just Karen's actions but the broader question of how communities honor their past. Karen, from her cell, posted a defiant statement online, claiming she was a victim of cancel culture. The town remained split. Some saw her as a villain, others as a scapegoat for progress gone wrong. The medal, now cleaned, sat on Sarah's mantle, a quiet symbol of love enduring through pain. But the town's wounds lingered, and Maria's footage kept circulating, forcing Maplewood to confront its values. Was Karen's punishment justice, or had the town's anger gone too far? The question hung heavy, unanswered, as the lilacs bloomed again. What do you think? Did Karen's punishment fit her crime, or did Maplewood's rage blur the line between justice and vengeance? Share your thoughts.